Ladies and gentlemen, Oregon is another state that's looking to eliminate these racist 911 calls that citizens are making against black people. And, you know, they are embarrassed by that stuff. No, contrary to what they may try to tell you, they are. If you notice, we were seeing this stuff all the time in the media. And I noticed this year they don't show you those calls, although they are still going on. Now, periodically, you will still come across an article of a black person just going in a bank, trying to do just basic banking and get the police called on them, or in a restaurant. Those things are still happening, but they took it out of the media. And believe me, when that stuff was going strong back in 2018, I even have subscribers that are in different countries. And they would say to me, I had no idea that white people in America act like that. I really feel bad for y'all. And the people that reached out to me were not all black people. I had a few white people that lived overseas reaching out to me and saying, I had no idea that white Americans act like that. And trust me, they had to see all of that stuff too. It didn't disappear from the media for no reason, y'all. They saw that stuff and they saw the impact that it was having worldwide and got embarrassed and took all that stuff off. So now we have another state. Now, about a week ago, a few people, and including myself, did videos on Michigan coming up, Grand Rapids, coming up with these, you know, punishing people that are making these frivolous phone calls that are about nothing. Like I said before, how is this justifiable to do with our taxpayer money? It really isn't at all. Now, at least their fine was $500. Oregon, they're talking about $250, which I don't think is enough. You got to really make these people feel the pain. I don't think it should be anything short of $1,000. You can best believe folks are not going to want to shell out $1,000 for a bogus phone call on somebody. They won't want to do that. So, Oregon Senate passes bill punishing racist 911 callers. So, the bill allows victims of these 911 calls to sue for as much as $250. That's what they're saying for the state of Oregon. Almost a year after Oregon State Rep Janelle Bynum story. Yeah, remember she was the one that was canvassing an area, and one of the white residents called the police on her, and she is a state representative and called the cops on her. Well, on Monday, the Oregon State Senate passed a bill 3216, a measure introduced by the state's three black Democratic legislators, including Bynum. The bill allows victims of these calls to sue the 911 caller as much as $250 if the victim can prove that the 911 call was racially motivated and that the caller intended to discriminate or harm the reputation of the victim. I don't know if I agree with that, y'all. I think the burden of proof need to be on the person that made that phone call, not on the victim. Why do the victim have to justify why that is a racist phone call? I'm just asking. I don't know if I agree with that. And you can easily get in front of a racist judge that will insist it wasn't a racist phone call. It's too easy for that to happen. I think the burden of proof need to be on the person that made the call. because it says right here, if the victim can prove the 911 call was racially motivated. So I don't know, but you can tell me what you think. The legislation was overwhelmingly supported by state lawmakers of both parties, but it was deeply personal for Bynum, the only black legislator in the Oregon House. The other two black legislators serve in the state Senate. When someone gets the police called on them for just existing in public, it sends a message that you don't belong here, Bynum told the Associated Press on Monday. This creates a legal pathway to justice. The bill, which passed the Oregon House in April, will return to the chamber to resolve a minor discrepancy. If the new version of the bill is approved, the measure will be sent to the desk of the governor, Kate Brown, a Democrat. The bill comes as legislators in several cities and states are debating how to best respond to unnecessary 911 calls on black residents after a number of high profile living while black incidents have gone viral. And I want to thank all of the people that made these calls because you truly not only exposed yourself, but your race too. In the past several months, there have been numerous examples of living while black incidents, stories of black people being viewed as suspicious, subjected to 911 calls, or confronted by police officers or armed civilians for simply existing in public spaces. Over the past year, black men, women, and children have challenged, they've been challenged, accosted, and reported to the police by people for such incredulous, innocuous